Hello everyone, this is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and I am still coming to you from Louisiana. But I do have a few things to show you this week, so it might be a little longer than that 5-minute video last week. Last week, you'll remember I was working on the Christmas stocking, and I finished it. It came out really nice. And the person it's going to really likes it too, so that's good. So it's a vintage pattern. It is available free online, and I was trying to get gauge because if you've watched me for a while, you know I've had issues with the vintage knit patterns and getting them to be the right size, and I don't really know why. And so I actually did a gauge swatch on this one. I did a gauge swatch, like probably one of the first times I've ever done a gauge swatch. It still didn't come out right, and I kept going down needle sizes, and I mean I went way down. I went down to a 0 and still couldn't get gauge. So I actually ended up doing this one with a 1, and it had called for 3, and I did it with a 1. And technically it was still larger than gauge, but the size of it I think is actually pretty much right on. And what I did was, the recipient that it's going to, this is a pattern that they've had in their family, so I told her to measure hers, and that way I could make sure I was trying to make sure that it was around the same size. So I think it's going to be. So I'm really happy with that. So that one will be, I'm heading home for a little while. I'm heading home on the 17th, so I can get this to the person before Christmas. And then I have surgery on the 19th, and then we will be coming back to Louisiana for a couple weeks on the 4th. So we'll be back and forth for a little while, but anyway, that one's done. I'm super happy it's done. And then, so on all our driving, I was working on that, and I was working on my son's Musselburgh hat that I've been working on for a while. And I finished that. So the Musselburgh hat's by Ysolda Teague. And I will try to put links in the description, but remember guys, I'm filming all of this and doing all my editing that needs to be done, or uploading everything. I'm doing it on my cell phone currently. So we'll see how things go. I actually, after I uploaded everything last week, then my son, I sent him the picture that I was using for the thumbnail that I had uploaded, and then he told me to send it to him, and he edited it the way I normally do at home, and then he fixed it at home. But anyway, so the Musselburgh hat is worked in a big long tube. So you can wear it with the brim folded up. You can wear it this way, but it is made in this massive tube. That's why I was working on that for so long. So it's a double thickness. This is a sock yarn. So it is a merino nylon blend. And so it'll be nice and warm, and right around the cuff of the hat, if you fold it up, then you actually have 4 thicknesses of this wool, and so it'll be nice and toasty. And then I am going to put a little leather patch on it that's going to have the Fire Nation emblem on it, because my son loves Fire Nation from Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you don't know. So, and the yarn was by Weird Sisters. And I do have, if you go into like a couple weeks back in my podcast, you will find links to this. I don't think I have a link to that one, but if you go to my vintage knit stocking, I think I have the link to that stocking, which is the same website I found this one. But I will try and remember, or I will try to link the stuff. If not, and there's something you see, just send me an email or message me in the comments or something, and I will try to get the information up there later, or I will email it to you. So So anyway, this one's done. I am going to give it to him for Christmas. And I'm really happy that that one's done. But this is my vanilla knitting. So it's easy to do in the car when it's dark and all that kind of stuff. And I brought a bunch of projects, but none of them, other than this one, were vanilla knitting. So now when it gets dark, which of course is early, everything gets put down. So then I was also working on my video that will be for this coming Wednesday. So I'm not going to do a lot of explaining on this one, but this is for that video. And I will say I kind of messed up big time. So you might enjoy watching the video if you like watching people mess up. But this is for that video. And I still think it's really cute. The gray is hand spun. It feels like it has mohair in it. I do not know. And then the red, I think was a merino I bought. But there was a number of things I did wrong in this one, and you may see some of them just looking at it. But yeah, it's supposed to be the Santa hat from Red One, the movie. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to see more, watch the video when it comes out on Wednesday. And don't forget, like, subscribe. I hit 800 subscribers. And I know that's still tiny, but I'm super excited. I hit 800. I am that much closer to, my goal for the end of the year was 1,000. Don't know if I'll hit it, but it's a little bit closer there, and I'm super happy. So thank you to all of you who subscribe to me and actually want to listen to me babble on. I really appreciate it. And if you do like to watch me babble on and you haven't subscribed, please go subscribe. Okay, so 3 finished objects this week. And I'm not even at home. 3 finished objects. Very proud of myself. And I've been working on another one. So, oh, and that hat pattern too is a free pattern, and you'll find out more about that in the video on Wednesday. Okay, so I've been working on the Quay scarf by Jared Flood for my son since April. And I'm trying to kind of concentrate on that one right now. I know I need to work on the Wonderland yarns. And I think this month's should be in the mailbox when I get home. So I'm going to need to do that too. But, you know, you got to think sometimes family comes first. I've been working on this since April. I really need to get it done, and I would love to be able to gift it to him for Christmas, and I'm not sure that I will be that far, but I'm trying, because there are 18 repeats, and each repeat's about this big, and I am currently on, I think, my 7th repeat, so I still have a lot to go, and I've been working on it since April. But look, that's the last time I showed it to you right there. And I picked it up, I think 2 days ago, and I've done all that. And can you see the cabling? And this is my first time cabling. So there's a lot of cabling, but I'm getting the hang of it and starting to remember some of the stitch patterning, which makes it a little bit easier. So, I mean, for some of us, that would almost be big enough, but it's going to a 6'5" man child of mine. So it needs to be really big. So I'm trying, I'm working on it. It's getting there, but you can see it's black yarn. It's a cable pattern. I'm not working on that in the dark. It's definitely not a nighttime vanilla project at all. And the other things I have that I did bring with me was the Wonderland yarns, again, not a vanilla project, and that little crocheted poinsettia, figure that was the Toft kit, and again, not a vanilla project. So, but I got quite a bit of that done so far, so I'm really happy with that. And then the beginning of the week, I got to go to a yarn shop. There is one yarn shop. We're in Lafayette, and there is one yarn shop here. And I'm going to attempt to put a video in at the end of this. We'll see if it works. And I won't be talking over it or anything, and I don't know, there will probably won't even be music. It'll just be, I'll take the sound out, you know, but because again, like I said, I'm doing this on my phone. I think I figured out how to put the two clips together. But anyway, it was a really nice little yarn shop, and I talked to one of the owners. There's 4 owners, and they're co-owners. It's not a co-op. And she said that they each work one weekday in the shop, and then they share the Saturdays, so they like flip off, back and forth off, and then the other 2 days they're closed. And she said they don't pay themselves or anything, so they're not making a lot of money. It's just more of a hobby for them. And she said in this area, it's just not, there's not a lot of people doing it. They don't really even do classes. If somebody comes in and they want to learn to knit or crochet, they do, you know, private one-on-one, but they don't really do classes because they just don't have anybody to do it. And I'm like, that's really sad. Like in my area in California, we have, I mean, our fiber guild has around 140 people in it. And we've got multiple yarn shops, and they all hold all kinds of classes. And a lot of friends that I know, they have, they do workshops out of their own facilities and stuff like that. And there's retreats and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, that's really kind of sad. There's like not really. And she said when it comes to spinning, she's not sure she knows really anybody who still spins in this area. And I thought that was kind of sad. But it was a really cute little shop. It was called Bayou Yarn Shop. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I hope this will reverse after I do it, because right now it's reversed in the camera. But the little crocodile, he's so cute. Or not crocodile, I'm sorry, alligator. Alligator. And I picked up 2 things. I was a good girl. I picked up 2 things. I got a Bayou Yarn Shop stitch marker. How cute is that? It's got a little gator on it. Little tiny gator. Isn't that cute? So hello, stitch marker. And then, you know, I always try to find the local yarns. And the most local yarn that they had is called Cattails Yarn, hand dyed in Covington, Louisiana. So the colorway I got is called Bayou Gator, and it's a Bayou Yarn exclusive, is its collection. And it is a DK, 50% superwash merino and 50% silk. And it's a beautiful green. You guys know I love that green. So this will potentially go in that shawl that I'm planning to eventually make. But it's a really pretty color, and I loved the colorway name. I just thought that was fun. So I picked up those 2 things. And if you hear me jingling, my husband got me new shoes today and they jingle. I love Christmas, you guys know it. Anyway, so that is all I have for you this week, and I will try and put that clip in at the end so you can see the shop. And my husband's phone is ringing. But I will, let's see, it's weekend. So I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you have a great next week. And I think I might see you before Christmas, but depends on how I feel after my surgery. Otherwise, have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.